The University of Rochester has created an invisibility shield, and I've recreated it here. Let me show you. This is the world's best invisibility shield I've ever seen. Notice how I can have a person in front of me that's completely blocked by the shield. But if I walk behind them, you can still see the background. In fact, you can even see me behind it. I've done a few different videos on how to make things invisible, but I think this one knocks them out of the park. So how is this working? How can you completely see me behind this, but you can't see her in the middle here? So what is this magic invisibility shield made of? It's actually made of just mirrors. So what you can't see is that there's another set of mirrors right here. But I've placed these mirrors in a specific way to bend the light around the area we want to be invisible. And this is the cloaking area between here and here. So if I stand in here, I'm no longer visible. First of all, to get this to work, you have to have light rays coming straight into the mirror, which means they have to be very far away from the mirror. So the person viewing it, or in this case the camera, has to be very far away. So if you set the mirrors up at right angles like this, you can see that all of the light beams will completely miss the object at this triangle in the center here. But they will end up in the same spot they would have hit if the mirrors weren't there. So we're cloaking this small volume by bending the light around it. But one thing to notice is that because the light got bent around it, it took a slightly longer path than it would have had if the mirrors weren't right there. And the further apart your two sets of mirrors are, the longer path it has to take. This makes objects behind the cloaking device look slightly smaller than they should. It helps to be really far away from the cloaking device because you don't notice the slight difference in size. So if you try this yourself, remember that you should space your two sets of mirrors close together so that we can minimize the distance between the two mirrors so that the light's not traveling really far to get to the back. Also, make sure you're viewing it from really far away, and your mirrors have to be exactly lined up so that each mirror is parallel with its corresponding mirror on the other side. And if you do it just right, you can get things to disappear. And thanks for watching another episode of the Action Lab. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, and we'll see you next time.